Okay, so this is going to be walkthrough solves. It's going to be a long video, and before I do that, I'd also like to mention I'm going to UK Championships, so it'll be my first competition, which is a good and a bad thing. And I'm going to explain the benefits and the problems of that after I take a drink. So, what I've just been told is that there are qualification requirements, and you have to have been to a competition before and met them. So, though I can easily get any of the times on here, except maybe feet, because fuck feet, or multi-blind, but anyway, I haven't been to a competition to prove that, and so I'm not able to do it because there are 300 people and I'm not holding them up. That being said, what events can I do? Well, not two of my main events, being one-handed and square one. Although square one's like 4th in line, or Mega Minx, which is probably 5th. But what I can do is 2x2 and 3x3, and Scube. It's got a corner missing, and Pyraminx, and FMC. Yeah, not going to be that busy. That also means on the first day I do one event, on the second day I do one event, and on the third day I do 3 events. And so that's weird. However, I will get the opportunity to compete on every day, so that's fine, and there are benefits to it. For example, I will be able to practice more specific events before my first competition and actually get my times down, and in that case I'll have more chance of making finals in 2x2 and maybe semis in 3x3, I don't know. It's a shame I can't do one-handed because I'm starting to care. I care more about one-handed than two-handed sometimes. It just depends what mood I'm in. That was dreadful. But yeah, it would be nice to have a go at FMC, and well, it would be nice to maybe take up a few more events in the lead up to it. So overall I'm not that disappointed. Anyway, I'm going to be doing an average of 12 worth of walkthroughs in 2x2 and an average of 5 in the rest of my main events. Not including Mega Minx, because Mega Minx, that will take a while, so I think I'll probably try and replace that with Pyraminx. But I don't do Pyraminx, so that might be funny. Let's get on with it. And so over time you just see these, so I've got this red one, and I see that this is going to be here and match up to opposite, and this is going to be here, so it's actually EG1 from the good angle if I do it with L moves. However, I see that this comes over here and this comes down here, and that they're in general not going to be oriented, and so what I see is there's going to be one of the bad pie cases. I can now look at this one and I'd have to rotate, which isn't great, and it makes an okay EG case. But what I have seen is this, so I'd want to look at that for a second. And so what I can see is that these are going to be preserved, and the way I know that is just U prime brings the block over here, R prime doesn't touch it because it's over here, U, and then F. None of that disturbs the block, it will be back there. So I just need to know, there goes U prime, R prime, U, F. And so overall, all I need to know is that this is going to be here in the front, and this colour specifically. So if I grab another 2x2 from somewhere, I'm going to have this case, and I predict AUF using this sticker because it stays where it is, that colour. And so I just know that's not that, and the last move cancels if you do an F2. And it's simple. This is really a no-brainer. There's 3/4 there. If I remembered the TCLL, I knew it at one point. I promise. But really, anyone with half a brain goes for this. And so I can see visually here, which is how I do most of my one looking, that I'm going to have red, orange, blue, and I can see what it's going to be. I can also look for what R U2 are, if I do U R U2 R prime, which might not be as good. I think I'm just going to go for this and here, and there's going to be no AUF. And the way I predict that is that this piece gets pushed like a U prime, and if you push it like a U prime it matches up, so it's no AUF. Okay, so there's a really good solution to red here, into green. Orange isn't good. But the red one I think is pretty nice to one look, like it's pretty effortless to one look is what I mean. And so I see that I'm going to have these two match up, and this, and so I can tell that we're going to have blue diagonal slash, I think that is. And so overall that doesn't take much more one looking to know that it's this pie case. Well, for me at least. Using deduction, I just then look at the orientation and see if it's going up or down. And I just do the same algorithm but from different angles, which isn't always great, but that's just how I do it. I can do it kind of fast. And the way I predict it is the colour of this slash, the opposite of that ends up in the front, and so it's going to be green in the front, meaning it's going to be a U for AUF. So simple. Right, so this will be the first one I'm not doing with CLL, because I just immediately seen that I can do a fairly easy solution on red, and what it is just R prime, U prime, R prime, and what I can see is that this is going to be here and they're going to be opposite, but since these are adjacent there's got to be a bar in the back, and so it didn't really require rotation, and so I can just track that there's going to be these two pair up to make a block, and this is going to be oriented, and since I know it's going to be white and no, not white, yeah, white and yellow on top, I've just got to track what colour ends up here, and since it's an adjacent colour, it's actually this very good EG1 case, where you do F insert, and then you do that, but F prime and then the other insert, so F R U prime R prime, F prime R U R prime, F prime R U R prime, and so that's simple. Right, so there's, okay, I don't know why I looked so long there, there's a 2 move white, that's just, I could do it with U prime R, but that would put the bar in the front, and so if I did it from here, you'd end up with the bar in the back, and that's good because you get it from the correct angle, and I can see just from that firstly it's going to be an L case, because I see you're going to have these two up oriented diagonal from each other, and then I see that I've got orange and blue, and so now all I've got to do is track what colour this piece is, and since it's the opposites of these colours, I know it's pure L, whatever it's called. And for this one you just do R prime FR, which is just like taking this out, and then do RU R prime F prime to insert that to there. So it's literally just taking this out and then doing F to insert it, and then RU to R prime to insert. Just a very nice algorithm. First thing I see is that this case has come up again, and it would give me it in the right angle, but there's also 2 move EG2, and so most of the time I use anti-CLL, honestly, but no, I know this EG2. So yeah, just U2 R prime, and then this is pure pi, and so anti-CLL for this is really bad, but the EG1 algorithm is just really nice, EG2, so it's R2F, U2F, F2, and then R2F prime R2. So it requires a regret, but it's fairly fast actually. It's definitely the worst scramble so far. Like I'm kind of lost already, but I'll find something. So I can do red. Red, if I did it from here, gives me at the right angle, but one looking might be a bit difficult. It's not that bad. It's U prime, L prime, U to L prime. And one sec, I've got to check a message. Right. So red, I think was what I was gonna do. Not red, blue. I was gonna do red, but I might check out blue. I'd have to rotate, and depends what case I'd get. So I see that I'm gonna get a white bar on this side. Okay, so this is gonna decide pretty much what I decide to do. Okay, so I see R2, U prime. Okay, this is actually an alright case. I would have to rotate, but it's actually kind of worth it because that case isn't that bad. And actually, though I'm not really with it for EGAUF, I'm not that bad with this case. I have a way. This one's one of the not so bad ones. What was it? Oh yeah, this colour ends up in front. Yeah, I had a way. I just needed to familiarise myself. Okay, so you can probably see here if we do U2 R prime we get it, but that makes the face in the wrong place. So instead I do it from here and I do R2 F prime, which does the same moves but from a different angle and leaves me with these opposites in the front. And so first we do the R2 and we connect this and we see facing away from each other we get adjacent colours, and then we see on top we get one green oriented, so actually we need to focus on what the colours are specifically. So there's going to be an orange here, red here, and assumed from this angle, and since the orange is there we can see it's this case here where these are the same, and so we do like this, F prime. This is one of the scrambles that looks really nice from the beginning, then you actually look closer. So there's actually a nice solution. So we can just see this is going to be preserved here. We're going to do R2 R prime, it's going to be EG1. And so what we've got to do is this is going to be preserved here. It's going to be orange and blue on top, so we know it's going to be a pie case with them. And yeah, okay, I can see it. So it's this one, and I do this one with a 2-gen algorithm. And then just U2. I've done it from the wrong angle. Oh, Jesus Christ. What did I do wrong there? That was pretty stupid of me. Oh, it's EG2! Alright, we're gonna ignore that. Right, so I'm not going to humiliate myself this time. There are a few things I could do. I could make this one into a 3-move insert while inserting this one, or I could insert them both together, which would have this block here and this block here, like that. And it does lead to a pretty nice, not that finger tricky, but it's okay, EG1. Right, I'm going to just probably do this so I don't have to look at other solutions. So I see this, since these two are going to be on the top, that it has to be not a sync case because they're the same colour. And then I just see this is going to go there, that's going to go there. And so I see immediately that it's the good one where they're the same on top, where it's opposite there. And do RU up, I'm F prime, in the safety move, and then inverse electron. Okay, so R2 F prime for the layer, as you can see. Not layer, face. So I'm going to have orange there and then yellow there, and there's going to be another orange facing up, so I know it's going to be an L case, and this is going to be white facing up there, so we can see that it's this one, and I've already had this one here, so there's no need to explain. And no AUF, and that's going to be my last 2x2 one. Right, so 3x3, I will honestly say this will be some of the weirdest 3x3 walkthrough solos you ever watch. So what I can do is I can do RL U, no U, and then what I want to do is have D2 and a B move, and that will give me that and this. So that's simple. And then I've got this and this while I insert that, and then there's this easy insert in the back here. And so you do like R wide, do it a bit like Woo, but cancel into inserting that again. Okay. So if I do a sledgehammer to bring that out, it orients it so I don't have to rotate. And then in this case I want to orient some edges, so I do like that. And then I don't know this OLL CP, so I'll just do OLL and RPerm like that. Okay, so I see this immediately. This is normally quite nice. So I'd probably want to do green for this. In fact, I can make 2/3 of a cross easily. That's probably all I do, so I can get more pairs, because I can see these as well. So if I just do U prime, L, F prime, I get this and that still, so I can just do L2 to get that, and then do this pair, not in there. And then next I'll probably get this pair and then insert. Actually, let's show you a little trick. So I'll probably do that, and then you can do like Woo, so like that, and do edge orientation with the last edge. That's normally quite nice. And then I probably do OLL here just to preserve that block instead of doing COLL. Oh wait, what I thought. And then L perm. It's actually probably a bit nicer. Okay, so white is just nice in general. It's a bit like a beginner's method cross, honestly. So yeah, no explanation needed, but there's this pair back here and this pair here. So what I'll do is I'll do this pair to get this out and then cancel into that one. And this last one, do a sledgehammer, and then another one to orient edges. And then I'll probably do COLL here, because I can see it's going to skip. And nice. Let's do a cross on the orange, because it's 1, 2, there's like 5 moves, that's nice. And so I probably want to track this green and white pair, because it doesn't move much. So like, could you do that, and then this corner stays here all the while. And so what I want to do is move this corner out, so I can have this pair, and if I do a sledgehammer I get it together like that. But I'd want to do this, instead of inserting with LE to L prime, because that would give me this case, I did insert like that, creates a pair. And then I do this pair next, because it brings this out, and I end up with this easy VLS, which is just like most of a T shape, where you just turn it into a sledgehammer. And then we just do an A perm with a U, AUF. Won't bother with one-handed because it's fairly similar, except I actually stick to a cross, and so just going to go ahead with square 1 now. Okay, so for cube shape we've got just these 2 edges on the bottom, and a group of 4 here and a group of 2 here. So what I'd do here is I'd move the group of 4 like that, so I can take this little L, put it up there, and then bring this group of 2 over to here. And then if I move this, I can have this L as a line instead, and that brings you to scallop kite. And so just shove scallop kite like that. Then I do white on top, and so I've got to align that there. Have that like that. And it looks like I'm going to get an EO skip, which is nice. And then we got adjacent and opposite, and so I don't do much of preserving blocks, but there's a block here, so there's no point. And I think I've got parity as well, which isn't nice. And so, oh, have I? No, I haven't actually. Okay, so I got O on both layers. So I don't really have a way to do this. I would probably just do M2, U2, M2 here, and realise, yeah, that I just got ZZ. And I know that for this you're meant to know 2 algorithms for adjudge, but honestly, because that's just how the algorithm works, you just cancel. But honestly, I still haven't learned the other adjudge algorithm. Okay, so I don't know many advanced cube shake cases, so I just don't know how to do shield fist, or fist shield. But I can scallop kite it. It's literally just one slice into what I did last solve. So this up there, and then realign that, bring that down, and scallop kite. So it's not hard to figure out. Next I've got these two down here, and so just pair them up like that and slice onto the top. And then I've got the 2-2 algorithm, which honestly I remember, but I might want to look at it just in case I get it wrong. Okay, so it was as I remembered it. It's like this. But square one algorithms I'm not great at. And then as I see here, I don't have parity because I have a parity on bottom and parity on top, as you can see by this strange odd looking PLL. And so I'll just do the adjacent only on top here. And the way I do this is to there's not really a good way to do this with minimal algorithms. You can either swap and get ZZ or swap and get HH. And so HH, there's a few ways of doing. One of the ways is to do NN and misalign it, and then do NN with the misalignment, like that. So that's a cool way to do it. So this is a brain dead easy scallop kite. There's just literally 2 here and a line on there next to the scallop. So it's literally just a slice into scallop kite like that. And then if I do a D2, I can align these two together and slice up like that, and then we just got 1-1. And then we seem to have N, we got this on top, and they're both parity, so again no parity, and if I have it normally aligned, these 2 blocks are preserved, so it's going to be adjacent on top and whatever that is on bottom. And if I do like M2, E2, M2, I get ZU, where I just do adjudge into adjudge. So yeah. So for this scramble I literally just have scallop. So the way you do this is just slice down the middle, you get barrel. Oops. Yeah, no, hold on, that was right. Slice down the middle again, you get kite. Like that, and then it's just one slice there. And for this I just do M2 and do 1-1 because I'm lazy. So that was fast. And then we've got an R perm and a G perm, so I'm evading parity nicely. And then we got ZU like so. And yes, I realise I've gone 4 solves in a row without getting parity. I'm amazing. I'm honestly kind of hoping that this has parity, so I don't look like I'm just rigging this so it looks like I'm good. Anyway, here, I'd bring these 2 up to make a scallop, and I get this, so I realign, bring that up, and then like that. And so it's 2 gen to make the scallop kite, and then we just get easy scallop kite. And if I slice like that, you get 1-1. And oh, I actually do have parity, that's nice. So what I want to do here is probably misalign this while I do the algorithm so that I preserve these blocks and get adjacent and U-perm. So I could probably do Since I do minimal algs, I'd do parity from like here, and then I'd get UU. And I'll just flip it, because why not? And then they're going the same direction, and so, I don't know, just sort like that. Yeah, and then M2, U2, M2. And I'm done with doing square one for the day. Okay, there's a load of walkthroughs, not going to do anything else, bye.